Small towns and rural communities deserve safe, accessible roadways for everyone, whether walking, biking, wheeling, catching a bus, or driving. That's why Missouri leaders and citizens in these areas are joining the Complete Streets Initiative. With Complete Streets, communities can plan for growth and open opportunities to secure funding for sidewalks, bike lanes, and trails. Small towns across the country are making it happen. Yours can too. Learn more at mocompletestreets.com.
Ooma.
What was that?
That is business phone bliss with the Ooma cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very...
Calm? I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business calm at ooma.com/radio.
Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Country Mart. It's easy. Download the Town & Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available and clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop at a store for your favorite items, then tell them your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan the QR code on the in-store flyer to learn more and start saving more today.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at that latest KSMO weather forecast. Today we do have a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly between 3 and 4 this afternoon. Skies will be mostly sunny with a high near 80 degrees and southwesterly winds will be around 6 miles per hour. Tonight we'll have partly cloudy skies, low temperature around 61 degrees with calm winds. Then tomorrow, a slight chance of showers before 10 tomorrow morning, then a chance of showers and thunderstorms between 10 and 1. Then showers are likely and possibly thunderstorm after 1 tomorrow afternoon. Chance of precipitation for Tuesday is 70%, with new rainfall amounts between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch being forecasted, except higher amounts, as always, are possible if you happen to be in a thunderstorm. Tomorrow will be mostly cloudy with a high temperature near 77 and calm winds become southerly around 6 miles per hour during tomorrow afternoon. Showers and possibly a thunderstorm tomorrow night after midnight, then showers likely. Chance of precipitation is 90% for tomorrow night, with new rainfall amounts between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch being possible. Our low Tuesday night will be around 60 degrees with light and variable winds that will become easterly around 5 miles per hour after midnight. Wednesday showers are likely before 1 in the afternoon, then showers and possibly a thunderstorm between 1 and 4, then showers after 4 o'clock. Chance of precipitation on Wednesday is 80%, with new rainfall amounts between 1/4 and 1/2 of an inch being possible. Our high on Wednesday should be near 74 with southwesterly winds 5 to 8 miles per hour, becoming northwesterly during Wednesday afternoon. Then Wednesday night we have a 4 in 10 chance of showers with mostly cloudy skies, low around 55. 40% chance of showers continues on Thursday with partly sunny skies and a high temperature near 72. Skies should be partly cloudy Thursday night, low around 53. Then Friday will be mostly sunny with a high temperature near 77. We expect mostly clear skies Friday night with low temperature around 51 degrees. Then Saturday should be sunny with a high near 80. Skies should be mostly clear Saturday night with low around 53 degrees. And Sunday should be sunny with a high temperature near 82 degrees. And that's your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Perception is reality. The way we present ourselves, our farms, our animals, equipment could very well influence the emotional connection someone on the outside looking in has to the agricultural community. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. On the outskirts of many small to medium-sized towns, you'll see what I call the horse slums. Someone with a couple of acres decided they should have a horse because they or someone in their family have always wanted one. What the heck, they say. If we're going to have one horse, why not have 2 or 3? After about 6 months, the fun of having a horse begins to wear off. There's not enough time to ride and groom a horse. The cost of feed is much higher than they thought it would be, and if they tried to sell those horses, they'd never get their money back. So the poor beasts are confined to a small, dusty lot with poor forage and no escape from the elements. The once healthy animals are little more than bags of bones. I'm troubled by what I see when I drive by them, but I know there are a lot of horse owners who take really good care of their livestock. Most consumers do not have my frame of reference, so they assume all horses receive poor care. There's a lot of talk today about the origin of food. Many restaurants, food service institutions, and individual consumers want to know more about the meat, milk, and eggs they purchase. The problem is most people have no frame of reference and are not altogether able to differentiate between the kitties sleeping at the foot of the bed and a 1,200-pound steer. Perception is reality. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
My doctor said I could use something called a biosimilar. Then she told me what it is.
A biosimilar is a type of biologic medication. Just like brand name drugs have generic versions, original biologics can have biosimilars.
So I asked what the benefits are and if they work the same.
Biosimilars have the same safety, effectiveness, and quality as the original biologic. They also offer more medication options at potentially more competitive prices.
My doctor said I could learn more at fda.gov/biosimilars.
I'm Ben Affleck, and I want to thank you for joining me and supporting Paralyzed Veterans of America.
I joined the Navy to serve my country. While parachuting with my platoon, my parachute didn't open, and I broke my neck.
Thanks to PVA, paralyzed veterans are getting specialized medical care and treatments, the jobs they want, and the accessible vehicles and homes they need.
I just don't think my family would be as happy as they are without the support that I received from Paralyzed Veterans of America.
Learn more at pva.org.
Pullman the Tiger. M-I-Z. Marching Mizzou. And of course,
to the house! To the house!
The traditions of Mizzou football live here.
A scoop and score for Missouri!
Catch every game all season long right here.
Never quit! Never gave up!
On your home for Mizzou football, the Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
Why stop now?
You've seen the vertical screens in Salem and Houston filled with local community events, business ads, and even obituaries. It's called Town Screen. But did you know that you can place your message in either or both of those towns, starting as low as $15 for a week per market? You won't find a more affordable way to get your message out to the public. Produce your own ad or get help from the Town Screen staff. Go online to townscreen.com or call or text 636-338-1199. Town Screen.
Direct cash cattle trade ended the day on Friday somewhat busy and cash hogs closed lower. Good morning, I'm Kellen Havikin with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Cash cattle country had some light scattered live trade in Nebraska at $237. More bids were on the table in all three major feeding areas but were passed. Asking prices were around $242 plus in the south and $372 plus in the north. At the Sioux Falls Regional Cattle Auction in Worthington, South Dakota, compared to last week, feeder steers and heifers sold steady to lower undertones compared to the prior week's much larger offering. The USDA says demand was good for the packages of spring-born calves. The market is active on lightweight cattle. Supply included 63% steers, and 93% of the offering was over 600 pounds. Medium and large one feeder steers, 975 pounds, brought $329.50. Medium and large one feeder heifers, 879 to 880 pounds, brought $307 to $313, with a weighted average price of $313.15. Box beef closed sharply lower. Choice was $376 lower at $382.05, and select was $1.39 lower at $359.92. Estimated cattle slaughter was 87,000 head. Cash hogs closed lower. The market continues to key on both domestic and global demand. Pork demand in the U.S. has been steady, with consumers finding it competitively priced. That strength has helped keep packers active in the market, but there is some uncertainty in global demand, especially with China. Barrows and Gilts at the National Daily Direct closed $1.99 lower, the base range of $96 to $108, with a weighted average price of $103.61. Iowa, Minnesota was $1.77 lower, with a weighted average price of $104.36. The Western Corn Belt was $1.64 lower, with a weighted average of $104.52. The Eastern Corn Belt had a weighted average price of $102.71. Butcher hogs were steady at the Midwest cash markets. Barrows and gilts were priced at $75. Sows ranged from $69 to $75. Boars were marked at $25. At Illinois, barrows and gilts were steady at $63 to $73. Pork values closed 8 cents higher at $112.03. Butts, picnics, ribs, hams, and bellies were higher. Loins were lower. Estimated hog slaughter was 484,000 head. At the CME, live and feeder cattle futures were solidly higher, expecting a bullish set of USDA cattle on feed numbers, and lean hog futures were mixed. I'm Kellen Havikin for Brownfield.
Black vultures can be harmful to livestock operations across Missouri. Travis Garant from USDA explains.
The range of black vultures have generally been in the southern part of the United States, but as their range has expanded into Missouri, the number of conflicts has been increasing over time.
He explains mitigation tactics available through USDA.
One of the main tools that we use is a black vulture effigy, and we have those on hand. If you have a pasture where you're calving, we can hang a couple of these up around the edges of the pastures, and that'll scare those birds off. We bring pyrotechnics and other tools to harass vultures off the site. Lasers can work very well. We also carry all the permits to do lethal removals if necessary.
If black vultures are harming your livestock, we can help. Find out more about mitigation tactics and depredation permits at blackvultures.agriculture.mo.gov. That's blackvultures.agriculture.mo.gov.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements, and it's being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Joyce Yvonne Lawson Bays, age 84, Viburnum, passed away Wednesday, September 17th. Funeral services for Joyce Bays will be Tuesday morning at 11 at the Wilson Mortuary, Viburnum Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Joyce Bays will be this evening from 5 until 7 at the Wilson Mortuary, Viburnum Chapel. Burial will be in the Upper Indian Creek Cemetery. And all arrangements for Joyce Yvonne Lawson Bays of Viburnum are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Viburnum. Perry Dwayne Barton of Davisville passed away Saturday, September 20th, the age of 71 years. Funeral services for Perry Barton will be at 1 o'clock Thursday at the Britton Bennett Funeral Home in Steelville. Visitation for family and friends of Perry Barton will be held from 6 to 8 on Wednesday evening, and then from 11 until service time at 1 on Thursday. Entry will be at the Martin Trask Cemetery in Cherryville. And all arrangements for Perry Dwayne Barton of Davisville are under the direction of the Britton Bennett Funeral Home of Steelville. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements, and it was brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free!
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem campus. SBU Salem campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Denton County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. The Denton County Commission met this morning at the courthouse for their regular meeting. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson was not in attendance due to a previous commitment, and Commissioner Keith Green was appointed as the acting presiding commissioner for the meeting. In the road report, District 1 Commissioner Green said backhoe work is still being done near the creek in the Montauk area. He also reported crews will grade Denton County roads 4160 and 6470 if road conditions allow, and brush will be cut on County Road 5600. District 2 Commissioner Jimmy Williams indicated crews will be working on low water crossings and unclogging pipes. He went on to say brush will be cut on county roads in the Lacoma area. Denton County Clerk Angie Curley reports she attended her Missouri Association of County Clerks conference last week in Kansas City and heard from a number of excellent speakers. She also said clerks across Missouri are starting to prepare now for the elections in 2026. Denton County Collector Shannon Van Kirk said the Denton County Assessor, Alyssa Brookshire, has verified the values for the Senate Bill 190 tax credits that will be going out on the tax bills in November. Van Kirk wanted to let those who signed up for the credits know they should be getting an email to let them know they will be receiving their credits. It is just an informational email. The next meeting of the Denton County Commissioners will be Thursday morning at the courthouse at 9 o'clock, and the meeting will be open to the public. September in Missouri is Archaeological Month. Missouri state parks are home to thousands of years of human history. Our parks and historic sites help preserve the stories of people who shaped our land. This month we celebrate archaeologists, historians, and communities working together to uncover and protect Missouri's past. Whether you're exploring petroglyphs at Washington and Thousand Hills State Parks or discovering the historic ruins at Mattston State Historic Site, you're stepping into history. Explore, learn, protect. Join us for a guided tour, attend a local event, or just take a hike. There's history beneath your feet. Visit mostateparks.com to discover more. Well, starting yesterday through September 27th, it's Child Passenger Safety Week. Children rely on adults to keep them safe in and outside the vehicle, which is why it's so important to include child safety in a communication plan. MoDOT offers communication material related to child safety or passenger safety, including car and booster seats and pediatric heat stroke prevention. Car crashes are a leading cause of death for children. Every day in 2023, on average, 2 children under 14 were killed and 345 were injured in traffic crashes while riding in passenger vehicles. A total of 700 children were killed in traffic crashes while riding in passenger vehicles in 2023, and over 125,000 were injured. Are you looking for a new place to bow hunt this fall? The Missouri Outdoor Recreation Access Program, also referred to as MRAP, offers several archery-only and all-access properties across the state that are open for public archery hunting. All equipment and gear, including tree stands, are carry-in, carry-out daily. For more details and to look for enrollment in MRAP properties near you, visit https://mdc.mo.gov/MRAP. The Missouri State High School Activities Association Board of Directors met for its regular scheduled board meeting September 17th and 18th at the MSHA office. The board addressed a range of topics impacting member schools across the state. MSHA is pleased to welcome 2 new board members who officially joined on July 1st. Scott Geems, Superintendent of Warsaw Schools, representing the Central District, and Jim Welby, head of schools at St. Dominic High School in the St. Louis District. Additionally, Josh Scott, District Activities Director for Springfield School District, has been named the new president of the board, while Craig Gibbs, principal at Valley Catholic High School, will serve as vice president. During the meeting, the board approved the 2024-2025 Interscholastic Youth Sports Brain Injury Report. In addition, the board approved recommendations from the Baseball, Scholar Bowl, and Sports Medicine Advisory Committees. Specific information on these board actions will be available in the future. The board will meet again for a regular scheduled meeting in December in St. Louis. Even though we had rainfall last night in Dent County area and have more in the forecast for this week, the Missouri Department of Natural Resources is encouraging people to report local drought conditions in their area to help local, state, and national decision makers better understand and assess drought conditions and impacts in Missouri. Missouri drought conditions continue to worsen. The Missouri Department of Natural Resources Climate and Weather Committee, in consultation with the state climatologists and partners from the National Weather Service, are actively monitoring drought conditions and any impacts occurring in Missouri's communities. To report drought conditions, anyone can submit a survey form via the Condition Monitoring Observer Report Service. That's also referred to as CMOR, C-M-O-R. And you can submit that report at that survey at droughtimpacts.unl.edu/tools/condition monitoring observation.aspx. CMOR is an online collaborative effort to crowdsource data on ground-level drought conditions as they develop. Reports and photographs submitted through CMOR are used by state and federal officials to ensure the national drought map accurately portrays conditions in Missouri and other states. By ensuring the map's accuracy, federal resources can be made available as soon as possible for drought-affected areas. The CMOR system, managed by the National Drought Mitigation Center, collects reports of local weather conditions and impacts around the country. Your report will become part of the permanent record, appearing immediately on an interactive map visible to the public, including authors of the U.S. Drought Monitor and the media. The Drought Monitor is used by the U.S. Department of Agriculture to trigger disaster declarations and eligibility for low-interest loans and assistance programs. State and local decision makers also use the map to implement drought response activities. Information incorporated in a CMOR report includes how dry or wet it is and how current conditions compare to what's typical in the eyes of the observer. The system allows users to also note impacts on different sectors such as crop and livestock production, municipal water supply, recreation, and public health. We encourage Missourians to submit photos along with their reports to illustrate what conditions look like in your community. People can submit reports as frequently as they would like. Frequent reporting is particularly useful during the times of rapid change and extreme weather, but we encourage users to participate year-round to provide an ongoing comparison of wet, dry, and normal conditions. A variety of helpful online resources are available at dnr.mo.gov/drought. The One-Stop Drought Information website features current drought-related news, a series of Missouri drought maps, and current condition reports. U.S. Drought Monitor, Missouri Drought Mitigation and Response Plan, and other resources, including information on past droughts. The Salem High School track is currently closed to public through Friday, September 26 for cleaning, repairs, and resurfacing. And obviously that's weather permitting. The Tiger Trail is open to the public at the Salem Upper Elementary School at 1601 Doss Road, as well as the Frisco Trailhead on 3rd and Grand Streets and the Lake Siskey Trailhead located at the Shawnee Mac Conservation Area. Well, that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU's Salem campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU's Salem campus, contact them at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, elementary education, For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071.
What are you doing every day to support your liver? If you enjoy sweets, fast food, alcohol, or take any medications, that's a vital question to ask. Hi, I'm Sherry Torkas, pharmacist and health author. Supporting your liver isn't just a wellness trend, it's a daily essential. That's why I recommend Active Liver by New Nordic.
Protect your liver and give it the support that it deserves by making Active Liver from New Nordic part of your daily wellness routine. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, or online at Amazon or newnordicusa.com.
John Deere is putting in work and putting up highlights.
Oh man, look at those passes. Tillage, planting, harvesting.
3 years in, and these pre-owned machines are still at the top of their game. We're talking reliability, performance, and long-term potential.
And get this, these veteran machines can pick up the latest precision tech with ease.
You know it, and fans ready to add John Deere certified pre-owned equipment and more options to their lineup can shop at machinefinder.com.
Booyah!
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
It is now time for a look at local and regional sports that's being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. Friday night, the Thayer Bobcats scored 14 points in the first 25 seconds on a 63-yard and a run and a 22-yard fumble recovery en route to a 55-16 win over the Salem Tigers. Cordell Washington and Zeb Du Bois scored twice for Thayer, while Silas Du Bois scored twice for Salem. Thayer moves to 4-0 on the year, 2-0 in the SCA Conference, while Salem falls to 1-3 on the year and 0-2 in the conference play. Salem will be at Ava Friday night starting at 7 o'clock. The Salem Varsity Lady Volleyball Tigers went 2-2-1 Saturday in the Kabul Invitational Tournament with wins over Thayer and Koshkanon and a split with Couch. The Lady Tigers fell to Hollister and lost in bracket play to Couch 21-25 and 16-25. The Lady Tigers are now 6-11-1 on the year. The Lady Tigers will be at Summersville tonight at 5:30, starting with the JV contest with the varsity game to follow. The Bunker Lady Eagles lost to Eminence in 3 straight sets last Thursday before going 3-3-1 in the Kabul Invitational Tournament. The Lady Eagles will host the Lesterville Lady Bearcats this afternoon at 5 at the Bunker High School Gym. KSMO Media will video stream the contest on KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook page, and KSMO YouTube page. Bunker enters the match with a 6-12-2 record. Ahmad Hardy ran the ball 22 times for 138 yards and a touchdown, and Jamal Roberts rushed 13 times for 76 yards in the game-winning 16-yard run in the fourth quarter as the Missouri Football Tigers came back from a first-half deficit to beat South Carolina Saturday 29-20. The Tigers improved to 4-0 and 2-0 in the SEC Conference. They'll host the UMass Minutemen Saturday evening at 6:30, and you hear the game right here on KSMO Radio. Ivan Herrera homered, driving in 2 runs, and Jose Fermin doubled in 2 more as the St. Louis Cardinals beat Milwaukee Sunday 5-1 to win the series. St. Louis won Friday night 7-1, then lost Saturday night in 10 innings 3-2. St. Louis won the season series over the Brewers 7-6. The Cardinals will be in San Francisco tonight to face the Giants with coverage starting at 7:50 on KSMO Radio. The Kansas City Royals took 2 of 3 from the Toronto Blue Jays this weekend, beating the Jays 20-1 Friday night and 2-1 on Saturday. Then Toronto clinched their playoff spot with an 8-5 win over the Royals Sunday. Kansas City will have the day off before heading to Los Angeles to face the Angels of Anaheim starting Tuesday night. In preseason and NHL action, the St. Louis Blues fell to the Dallas Stars Saturday night in a shootout 2-1. Then Sunday afternoon, the Blues lost to the Columbus Blue Jackets 4-1. The Blues will be off until Saturday when they play the Chicago Blackhawks. Sunday Night Football showcased the Kansas City Chiefs and New York Giants in MetLife Stadium. Entering the game, both teams felt the pressure to perform since starting 0-2. In the first half, Kansas City had to settle for 3 field goals on 4 attempts from Harrison Butker while holding the Giants to a touchdown. Kansas City special teams blocked New York's extra point. Later in the second half, Kansas City would find the end zone twice while holding the Giants to a single field goal. The 22-9 victory is the first of the season for Kansas City, while the Giants will have to wait at least one more week. Mahomes went 22 of 37 passing and scored 1 passing touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco led the rushing attack with 10 carries for 45 yards. The Chiefs will host the Baltimore Ravens next Sunday. And that has been a look at local and regional sports, brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for Look at Sports from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. The Chiefs earned their first win of the season. They beat the Giants 22-9. A slow first half, but then they got going. Tyquan Thornton, 5 passes for 71 yards and a score, and KC's defense forced 2 interceptions and held New York to 1 third-down conversion.
A good win to get when you haven't had one, so take a step forward. Second quarter was hard to watch there. The third and fourth quarter, I thought our guys really came together and played well.
Andy Reid will take it. They'll get ready now for the Ravens this weekend. Mizzou came up big. A nice second half to beat South Carolina 29-20. Ahmad Hardy ran for 138, and Mizzou's defense held the Gamecocks to -9 rushing yards, and they added 5 sacks. Eli Drinkwitz.
Really proud of our team. Not really flinching. Missed extra point. Give up a big bomb. Get stuck in the red zone a couple of times. We just kept hammering away.
The 19th-ranked Tigers now 4-0. They've won 14 straight at home, and they will play UMass on Saturday. A nice gesture by Cardinals manager Ali Marmol, who pulled Nolan Arenado before the first pitch to give the fans an opportunity to show their appreciation for his 5 seasons in St. Louis.
There's uncertainty going into the offseason as to what this is going to look like, and I wanted to make sure he's done a lot for this organization. We're talking about a Hall of Fame player, and I wanted to make sure that the fans had an opportunity, if this is the last time, to acknowledge that.
Yeah, and Nolan certainly feels like this is it.
They got to let some of these young guys grow and become players and see what they have. And there's no doubt that I'm in the way of that. Obviously, I do believe change is coming.
And the Cardinals will be in San Francisco tonight. The Royals could not pull off the sweep over the Blue Jays, but another great game for Carter Jensen, the kid from Park Hills, who picked up 2 more RBIs. The rookie is batting .300 in 14 games.
It's been amazing back home. All my teammates have been amazing.
The Royals are off tonight. They'll be in Anaheim on Tuesday. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
Helping your inner circle prepare for emergencies can start in many ways. Put together an emergency kit with WipeWall. Create a family communication plan with your tita. Remind Bai to keep a backup battery charged. It all starts with a simple step, telling those you care about to be ready for the worst. So start a conversation and plan for emergencies together. Get more tips at ready.gov/start. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force, and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is, my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately, in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakimick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Vanity Fair calls BritBox a delicious streamer. Collider says everyone should be watching. Catch Britain's next best series with BritBox. Stream acclaimed new originals like Code of Silence.
You read lips, right?
And Linley, based on the best-selling mystery series.
Say hi, Linley. Take it from here.
And don't miss the new season of Karen Piri, coming this October.
You don't look like police.
I'll take that as a compliment.
See it differently when you stream the best of British TV with BritBox. Watch with a free trial today.
Are you a renter that has always dreamed of owning your own home but aren't sure where to start? Town & Country Bank can help. With our local lending team, Town & Country Bank has been helping renters make their dreams come true by giving them the tools they need to own their very own home. I'm Andrew Wynn with Town & Country Bank. Stop by today and let us help you take the first step to home ownership. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 899641.
Here at KSMO, we've got news from the Missouri Net coming up next. Then stay tuned to your hometown radio station. I'll be back after the top of the hour with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
Missouri Net News. I'm Elisa Nelson. The Missouri State Fair says more than 329,000 people attended the State Fair last month. That's a decline compared to last year's State Fair when more than 345,000 people attended. A lawsuit filed by the American Civil Liberties Union of Missouri claims that the newly passed Missouri 1st Congressional Map contains a major constitutional error. Their suit says a section of the map, District KC 811, places 875 voters in both the 4th and 5th congressional districts, technically giving them 2 congressmen. St. Louis Democratic Senator Brian Williams says the map is unconstitutional.
To think that not only did we violate the precedent of this process, that could potentially be a map that's not deemed as constitutional.
Governor Mike Kehoe disagrees. In a letter, he says there are 2 separate and distinct districts named 811. This is Missouri Net.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The better